Hello again and welcome back. My name's Annie and this is my creative detour. Today is the 1st of September and the first day of spring here in Australia, and it's PaperStashSmash Day, which means I'll recap on what I promised I would make out of the pink Halloween 6x6 paper for the month of August. I'll show you those, but today's a little bit different in that I'm going to actually put a few things together and give you a mini tutorial on how to put the items together, and I'll give you all of the sizes for them in both imperial and metric. And then after I've shown you everything that I've made, I'll then show you what I'm going to smash for the month of September. So let's get set up to do a little mini tutorial, and we're going to be doing Halloween treats out of our pink Halloween paper range. Okay, so for the month of August, I promised I would smash the 6x6 paper collection from Paper Rose Studio called Pink Halloween. Now I also have other things in this collection, and I was able to tap into some of those things. And one of the things that I had was the cut aparts. So I was able to fussy cut a lot of little ephemera and use them to decorate. But other than that, I just used the paper pad. So 6x6 and the cut aparts. So I'll just sit that there so you can see it. So I decided that for this 6x6 pad, I was going to make a whole heap of treats so that I had them made for Halloween. My husband and I, we don't celebrate Halloween. However, my daughter and son-in-law and our 2 grandchildren do. They get dressed up in an outfit and they go trick-or-treating. And so I thought it would be good to have a few things already made for them to be able to give away to people. So I went shopping and I got some Skittles and I got a party pack. Now I understand that the packaging could be different sizes in different countries, but ours here, I'll just let you know that ours is about 10.5 centimeters long, which is 4 1/8 by approximately 6.4 centimeters, which is around about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to put together these little packs. You can see that here's one here. It's just got a little tag on it and the Skittles is inside. So we're going to be just putting together one of these, and you can see that I've already made 11 of them, and I use the cut apart sheet in the 6x6 to get all of the little tags, and then I've just used some of the fussy cutting and some of the scraps to decorate. So let's bring in the size for this, and I'll just sit it right there on my mat. So our sheet of cardstock is 2 5/16 by 8 1/4. Now I know the 2 5/16 are a horrible number to cut, but I mainly measured it in metric and then converted it. So that is 5.9 by 21 centimeters, and you can get out of an A4 sheet, I think you get 5 of these. I did it so that you can get 5 out of a sheet. And then it's scored at 4 inches and 4 1/4, which is 10.2 and 10.8. And you can see that it just creates a little bit of a gusset in there. All right, so let's put this together. I've got some things prepped. You can see that I've also cut some decorative paper. Now the decorative paper is 2 inches, which is 5.1 by 3 5/8, which is 9.2. So we'll glue that on. And these are fantastic to mass make. I just mass made them, didn't overthink it too much. One of the tricks is you've just got to get your orientation of your paper the right way round. So when you're sticking it down, you know, don't have it upside down. Make sure you've got it the right way round. And they came together pretty quickly, actually. The thing that took the most amount of time was the decorating. Now I've just put some double-sided tape, I'm not sure whether you can see that, on the back of the Skittles, and I'll sit them in there, close it up, get my crocodile, and I'm just going to punch a hole at the top, and I'll actually punch it through the top of the treats as well. push through some of that seam binding. Now, the length of seam binding, for those of you that are wanting to know, is around about 15 centimeters, so 6 inches around about. Put it back through itself, and before I pull that tight, I have done my tag here and I've put a little embellishment on it. I'm just going to thread all that through there and tie that off. And then I'll just pull that tight, give it a pull, tidy up the edges of the seam binding. And I'm just going to snip down that twine a little bit. And I have created a little bit of a cluster just out of some of those fussy cut ephemera. And I'm just going to put that a little bit skew whiff on there. And there we go. There's our 12 Skittles Party Pack treats. They look pretty good, don't they? All right, let's go on to the next thing. I'll pop those over here. The next treat that I did was a golden ruff. Now this is 20 grams. I also did a mint patty. So it's a, I'm not sure whether you can see in there, it's a peppermint flavoured circle or disc that we have here in Australia. And this is a coconut flavoured circle disc. The paper that I used for this is the sizes are here. It's 3 inches by 6 inches, which is 7.6 by 15.2, and scored at 1.5, 1 3/4, 4 1/4, and 4 1/2, which is 3.8, 4.4, 10.8, and 11.4, and it's scored on the long side, the 6-inch side. And you can see that I've just put in some double-sided tape. So just fold on those score lines. I just folded in my ends of my golden ruff and pull off a little bit of the score tape. Close it in. Same on this side. And I just tried to get it fairly level, fairly straight and even, just to enclose it. Then what I did was I just got a hole punch, and I just notched out, and being careful not to put a hole through the packaging of the chocolate, I just cut out some little notches on either side around about a centimetre down, so 3/8 of an inch down from the top. So you can see here, hopefully you can see, on both sides. And that's so that I can just wrap a little piece of twine around it, and the twine won't move. The twine will stay in those notches. And the length of twine was around about 60 centimeters, so approximately 2 feet. And it wraps around about 3 times, and then it leaves plenty for you to tie a bow. But we'll put on our little embellishment first, and you can see that I just used one of those small cut apart sheets out of the 6x6 and mounted it and put some ephemera on. And I've also put on some of the Paper Rose crystal gems. Hopefully the camera will pick those up. There's just 3 little crystal gems on there, and I've punched a hole in it, thread all that through and tie a bow. And I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of glue on just to keep it in place. So there we go. There's our 3 mint patties and our 3 golden ruffs. They turned out pretty good. Let me just show you some of those. And the one we made. let's sit those along the top there. Now the next thing that I made was some Kit Kats, and they're a large Kit Kat. They're actually a share bar size, which is 65 grams. That's around about 2.3 ounces. I don't understand ounces at all, but Google said that that's what it was. Now let's bring in what I made. So you can see here that I have decorated this piece of cardstock. And I've made it, and I use the scraps, some of the offcuts, to decorate the edges. Then I've used some of the cut aparts and the cut apart sheet. And here's our Kit Kat bar. You can see that it's a share bar size. Our dimensions of this is 5.5 inches by 6.75 inches, which is 13.3 by 17.1 centimeters, scored at 11/16, 2/8, 4 and 9/16, and 5. I know those measurements are not great for sixteenths, but like I said, we work in metric, which doesn't always convert conveniently. So those in metric are 4.3, 5.4, 11.6, and 12.7. And like I said, I'll have all of the measurements for what I've made in the description below for you to refer to. So scored on the 6.75 inch side, and it just needs a little bit of double-sided tape along these inside edges. Now what I've done is I've made it out of cardstock, and then I have cut the paper around about 1/8 of an inch smaller than the measurements. I'll tell you what the size of the paper is. So the main sheet of paper is 13 centimeters, which is 5 1/8 long. The width of the paper is 5.7 centimeters, which is 2 1/4. And then our strips here, so they're the same length as the main sheet, and they're 1/4 of an inch wide, and that is 7 millimeters. So we'll just pull off the tape and put our Kit Kat in, and I'm going to try and put it centered so that equal amount of end sticks out. Peel that piece off, close it over. I didn't bother decorating the back of these, but there we go. There's our Kit Kat. It looks cute. I'm sure someone will be very happy to get one of those. And there's a close-up of our other ones. You can see that I've put those crystal gems on again. We're building up a supply, aren't we? Then the last one I made were the Hershey bars. I have made 4 here, and I've got 1 to do, so 5 Hershey bars out of the pack. And you can see that I have decorated it already, and that's what it looks like. It's scored, and then once again I used all of the cut apart. So I used 2 of the 6x6 sheets, and you can see here, here's the last one. So there were 3 cut apart sheets. I cut up 2 of them, and that's what I used for all of them. And then I used the last one as a cover. The Hershey bar wrapper, the size of that is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, which is 14.6 by 14.6 centimeters. You need to make sure you've got the orientation correct on it. So when you're scoring it, make sure you've got the pattern going sideways, or the top going sideways. And you need to score at 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches, 4 and 4 1/4, which is 3.8, 4.4, 10.2, and 10.8. Now, our Hershey bar sizes are a little bit smaller here, I think, in Australia. They're 38 grams. They may be slightly different in other parts of the world, but I actually used the measurements from Letty at Party Planner Papery, and I will link her tutorial below, and she gives all of the dimensions of certain sized Hershey bars in America, actually. but I didn't change it. So this one here still fits ours. It's probably a little bit looser, but it works fine. You can see here that I've just put some double-sided tape on. I'm going to center it, close it over, take the tape off the other side, close it shut. Now, the great thing about these wrappers is that you can actually have all of the wrappers made, and then as it gets closer, you can just put them together. So especially for Christmas, you could have a whole heap of Christmas wrappers made, or like for Halloween, like I said, or for Easter. And then when you need them, you can just watch it for when they're on special at the supermarket and pick some up. So that's the dimensions. I'll pop all of those back together so while I'm chatting. So there we go. We have our Hershey bar here, dimensions, if you want to take a screenshot. Our Skittles over here, and our Kit Kat, and the Golden Ruff, and Mint Patty. So this is all of the things that I managed to make out of the one 6x6 paper pad called Pink Halloween from Paper Rose Studio, and some ephemera from the Pink Halloween Cut Aparts pack. I think I did pretty well. We got 5 Hershey's, we got 3 Kit Kats, we got 3 Golden Ruffs, 3 Mint Patties, and 12 Skittles. Like I said, I'll have all of these dimensions, the cutting dimensions, in the description below, and I'll have Letty's video on doing the Hershey wrappers linked below as well. So I'll clear the decks and I'll show you what I'm going to smash for the month of September. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so for the month of September, I think the prompt is that you've got to smash either a 6x8, an 8x8, or maybe another size, like an unusual size. So I actually have the Pink Halloween Quick Cards collection. I've got it tilted so that the glare doesn't annoy you too much. But I'm going to smash the Quick Cards collection, and I will draw on some of those cut aparts to help decorate those. But I'm going to do a Quick Cards tutorial. Then I'll smash whatever is left in this whole pack. So we'll see how much I get made out of that. I usually can get quite a few cards out of my Quick Card collection. So that was a 6x8, and then I'm going to actually smash this Stamperia 8x8 pack. I'm going to do the collection one. I also have the 8x8 backgrounds selection to draw on. Now, I may not smash all of this because I actually have some other things in this collection. I've got a 12x12 and I have 2 of these. So I have quite a lot in this collection. But I thought it would be good to at least smash the 8x8, and then if I need to draw on it, this pack, to get some extras, then I'll do that. And I have some ephemera in this collection that I'll use as well. So that's the plan. I'm going to try and smash this Quick Card collection and this 8x8 Stamperia Christmas one. So thank you very much for watching today. I know it was a slightly different kind of paper stash smash, where I did that little mini tutorial, but I think it was good to run through how you put some of those together, and hopefully it's been useful to you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. That would be wonderful, and I will see you throughout the month doing some of these projects. But in the meanwhile, have a great time creating, everybody, and getting through some of those things, getting some things made for Christmas and for the holiday season coming up. I love Christmas and I'm super excited about doing some projects related to that. So I'll see you soon, and thanks again. Bye for now.